We got this. Hello, hello, hi, gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi, and I am your ex corporate grinder. Yeah, I was in the call center environment for many years and working 12, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, until my pancreas shut down, left me unemployable, not being able to get a job, and with nothing to fall back on. So that sucked. That sucked. And so I got redirected to this whole online space and this gig economy. And now I help folks just like you, just like me, to start a side gig online. And we grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, and whether you've been serious or curious, drop the word side gig in the comments. And I'll get back with you after this live and we'll take it from there. Let's see what's up. So, what is happening? I thought I'd share with you a great story today about a sport and a person that I don't know anything about. How about that? If you're excited about that, drop a one in the comments. Like, I literally do not know a thing about this person, and I don't know anything about this sport. But I thought I'd spice it up a little bit. You know, you got to just kind of go around and look for stories. And these stories are incredible. Some of these stories are just like so amazing. If you don't know, now you know. I'm a huge story fan. I love to collect stories and share stories. I love them. And if they're true stories, then oh my goodness, I'm all over it. So I got a true story for you with a powerful punch that is going to really have you look at success in a whole different way. It sure made me feel that way. So let's go. The sport of tennis, which I don't know anything about. At one point, though, I do digress. At one point, I was very active in ping pong. That's probably not the same sport. Anyway, let's get back. The sport of tennis and Roger Federer, right? Well, Roger is a massive success in the world of tennis, right? We'll get to that in a second. But the funny thing is, he actually was not emotionally stable. He was undisciplined and he was out of control at a young age. He did not grow up poor. He was in a very well raised family, if you would. His dad worked for a pharma company, and his mom was a tennis coach. And he was born in Switzerland. Now, at the age of 8, Roger cried at every single match that he lost. And he lost a lot. So he cried for every loss. At age 10, his coach told him, listen, he's got a lot of talent, but he's got no control. No control. Okay. At age 14, he left home to go train full time. He hated it, actually. He hated it. But at age 18, he beat Pete Sampras at Wimbledon. If this is your sport, if you love tennis and you're a fan of Roger Federer, I may be pronouncing that even wrong. Drop a couple of tennis balls in the comments. Let's go. Let's see them tennis balls. And so at age 18, he beats Pete Sampras at Wimbledon. But see, all this success, I mean, he's young, 18, right? At Wimbledon, massive, right? Go tennis, somebody says. That's awesome because I don't know anything about the sport or the players. I know a couple of names. That's about it. Because my dad is a huge like he would sit there for hours and watch. So, but not me. So, all that success for him came with a lot of pressure, believe it or not. He actually cracked. He would smash rackets in courts. He would swear on court. He lost his cool and his matches as well. But most people, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a tennis fan, most people don't remember that version of him. There's a reason. There is a reason for his success. And here's the thing. The amazing thing is you can say, oh, trains really hard. I mean, the trainings are insane, right? Trains hard. He's this, but he's got talent. He's got, his mom was a coach, but all that is not the key to this success. And you know what it is? Once you find out what the key to his success was or is, we can apply it. I can almost guarantee that most of us, if not all of us, can implement this right away. Hey, Emerald, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Hello. For those of you who this is your first time, hopefully it won't be your last time. And if you're not following me, well, I mean, come on, let's go already. I'm awesome. I'll tell you all day. You can follow me on all platforms. Dr. Jackson, how are you? You can follow me on all platforms. We're actually live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube right now. You can follow me on all platforms, X, LinkedIn, and X, LinkedIn, and Threads. And I go with Side Gig Sean, only if you're single. I don't understand, but I am single. I don't know what that means. Okay, bye. I'm lost. Anyway, let's go back to our story. So success came with a lot of pressure. He was just losing his cool, right, all the time. Well, people don't remember that version of him, right? Because he rebuilt himself emotionally. It wasn't because he trained hours in the gym. He recognized that it's his emotions that need to be controlled, right? And imagine this, at age 10, his coach said, he's got a lot of talent, but he's got no control. So it took a few years for that to marinate and really take form, right? And so he stopped reacting and he started having a grip and having a control over situations and things, right? The part that he rebuilt, it's the right? Because we are built certain ways, but that's where change can come in. Improvement can be plugged in, right? And that's where you can rebuild yourself. And he rebuilt himself emotionally. And when he did that, everything changed. Everything changed for him. Get this, 20 grand slam titles. 20. But wait, there's more. 310 straight weeks as the world number one. That's pretty incredible. Just to give you an idea, a year's got 52 weeks. We're talking about 310. 8 Wimbledon win It's an all-time record, 8 times. And he's earned over $1 billion in pay and endorsements and all this stuff, right? He's gone through 3 knee surgeries. He these 3 things I love. He trained like a machine, focused like a monk, smiled like a king. Ooh, who likes that? Drop a fire emoji in the comments if you like that. Trained like a machine, focused like a monk, smiled like a king. And in 2022, he retired. He cried on court holding Nadal's hand, whom was his rival and also a brother, a friend, right? What an incredible story. Somebody who didn't grow up poor. Kind of a change of a story from what we hear, right? I grew up poor, didn't have anything, hustled his whole life, right? Well, not here. He didn't grow up poor. He was fine. Love the fact that he left home at 14 to go train full time, fully devote himself to this. He recognized that, you know what, at some point he recognized, hey, I got to get a grip of this thing. I'm losing it. And the key to success was that he rebuilt himself emotionally. I want to know, how many of us really need an emotional rebuild? Drop a 2 in the comments if that's you. I know I do. Emotional rebuild. Ooh, I really like that. And sometimes, yes, I can't be alone. Joker, what up? So, and thank you for the follow. I'll be sure to follow you back for sure. So, I can't tell you how many times I've been out of control and not recognized it. This is I have really improved. I'm not going to lie to you, but I have really, I used to be a mess. But it got to a point where I'm like, you know what, I got to really work on some of this stuff. But I never knew that's what I was doing, But I can tell you this, I am no stranger to having to rebuild myself emotionally, because let's be truthful with each other. The people in the world are pretty cruel. People are cruel. You know how they say kids are mean, in school, when you go, man, kids are so mean. Those kids grow up and become adults. And can we just say that people are mean and cruel? Thank you for the follow. I'll be sure to follow back. Can we say that? Drop a 3 in the comments if you agree with me on this. Like, it's people are mean, man. Right? Yeah. So how many of us could use a little self-control and the rebuild of our emotions? Right? I feel like that's such a big, big, big thing, because if we don't deal with that, it's always going to be an obstacle. It really will be. Now, imagine if now you could be doing great, okay, and have all this emotion, because we know of stories of millionaires and billionaires that have all the money in the world, but emotionally they've either committed suicide, and they've done all kinds of stuff, right? I just don't want to go really into that. Yeah, I mean, he definitely did. But he also changed, like, one of the key things for him was that he didn't have control. Like I said, people don't remember that version of him, that he would cuss on the court and he would bang his rackets. people don't really remember that because he just completely did a 180. He changed his mindset, right? His his uh, his emotions, and a lot of us could use a rebuild. You know how you take an engine and then you're like, I want a rebuilt engine. Well, sometimes we could use a little rebuilding ourselves. So hopefully you find this story like inspiring, motivating. It resonates with you. Um, um, yeah, that's funny. That's what I'm saying right there. That's exactly what I'm saying. I've worked on myself for other people, because I don't want to end up on Channel 5 News. Excuse me. I don't want to end up on Channel 5, the news. Go Channels. So yeah, it's my job now. Uh-oh. I got to know what your job is. I'm gonna chat with you right after this. I'm gonna send you a message. Um, but hopefully, you guys, like I said, if this is your first time, hopefully it won't be your last time. And hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. I always go back and check. Although TikTok has been weird. Like when I go back and check, it's all deleted. It's like gone. It's it's just there's always something going on with these platforms, right? Anyway, I digress. If you're not following me, you have an option to. Oh, thank you for the follow. I'll follow back for sure. You can follow me on all platforms. I recommend it. I'm across the board: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads, and all of it. I go with Side Gig Sean. So if you're following me at one place, please, if you have other platforms, follow me there as well. And yeah, with that, if you know somebody, you may know somebody. I'm pretty sure you do. That would get value from this live. Tag them to it. I read somewhere, someone said, sharing is caring. Somebody said that. Share away, tag them, share this with them, let them get value from it like you have. And with that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who used to be in the corporate world, in a call center world for many, many years. I used to work 12, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. No joke. The weird thing is, last week, somebody came on one of the lives and said, I worked with you in that office. That's fine. Until my pancreas quit on me, left me unemployable, which means I can't get a job. Imagine that. And I had nothing to fall back on. So I don't know if you've ever had rock bottom like that, but I don't recommend it. In one instant, my health and my income was gone. And so I got redirected to this whole online space, this whole gig economy. And now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side gig online. And we grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, whether you're serious or curious or you want to, drop the word side gig in the comments and I'll get back with you after this live. And I'll be prepared to have that conversation. you know, thank you for the follow. I'll follow back for sure. Um, the word is side gig. I think it was about a month ago. Somebody commented, said, I'm not into psychics. I'm like, psychics? Who? I mean, okay. What are you talking about? He's all like, you said drop the word psychic, and I'm just not into psychics. I'm like, no. The word is side gig, not psychic. Anyway, with that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over